Alright guys, weekly shorts discovery. We will have a special week with Formula E collaboration, the second week with that. Before we check out that, we have a look at the records from last week. We see Turtled actually is the winner of the week. I had some really good results here on map 1 and map 4 especially was very strong. And for a long time, map 2 was also around top 100, but yeah, in the last days it fell down quite a lot. Anyway, let's have a look at these records here. Map 1, of course, a very simple map as always, where you can do like a booster trick. Turtle actually beat In, that's crazy, because In is of course extremely strong on maps like this. Yeah, 1000. Also, first of all, I want to see what does In do. That's interesting, because on that first booster, you can gain speed by some weird inputs. He's doing an action key 1 strat onto the boost. And then he does action key 2 into this direction. What the actual fuck is that? And he gains the most amount of speed. I mean, you see my personal best, and my personal best was also good. It had also a very good start, but it is falling behind immediately. I mean, I was going straight, and then I was steering on the boost. But yeah, there are some very weird tricks. I mean, those are also very difficult to understand. But yeah, Turtle is also going for an action key 1 strat. This seems to be a thing. Yeah, otherwise he is slightly behind In. Do a speed slide here over the crest. Then they actually land a little bit on, like a bit wobbly, so they have a short speed slide at the landing on one tire. That gains some speed against me for sure. And then it is all about this magnet zoop that you get a little bit. It is very similar, he just got a bit more insight and can have better angles now for the right and then especially for the left. And it looks like he's still behind, but you always see that easily wrong. A bit further insight is often good. Naja, no, it was just enough. This is kind of straight into the finish at that point already. Alright, then next. It takes a ton of booster, like everyone takes the same amount of booster. We all started at the start of the booster and we all exited at the end. So, In, what is this time? This is not even a precision map, in my opinion. And what is this time? We gotta check first of all the other players. Oh, I had no idea, guys. I have never seen that. What the fuck am I watching? We have a nomination for Cut of the Year. What is this? What is even happening there? Okay, let's have a look at In. Oh. Well, that's not Cut of the Year. Also, In's cut is really boring in comparison to what this guy did. And In's run is also not that strong, but then he makes this. He drove that world record after the week was over. Oh. I was also wondering already, wouldn't he have a chance in winning the week? Otherwise. Okay, but then it last year was in the video. This is a really interesting cut, not gonna lie. So, this will also be interesting. Also I can show my run. I went for the backward strat here. turning around into forwards, then a very difficult nose slide and also very difficult water bounce where you want to land as clean as possible here. And then I was never making it into the first finish, but ideally you get there. But there is a reactor, and I'm pretty sure that the top 5 are all using it. But let's see how it looks. You grab it from here. It's always fun to watch. I tried to grab the reactor from the other side and it didn't work. But yeah, it's all about this jump. And here he falls behind, but while the others are driving on penalty, he instead gets the zoop right before the finish. Amazing. Here next. Turtled with another record, his second record. So this is also my strong PB here of the week. Yeah, very clean. It's hard to watch, hard to see where does my PB actually now lose the time. There is maybe again a booster trick. It could be a booster trick. I just went further outside there. I have the most speed into the finish, but yeah. Interesting is that in is only 5th on a map like this. Turtle got 2 records on quite precision maps. Yeah, exactly. You see them in the bottom. So, and now this mud map, with Corny being the only one to get a sub. A 10th ahead of the others, that's crazy. Yeah, I was wondering if you actually use these borders here all the time. But not only that, he is using brake taps a lot as well. It's hard to understand the surfaces and why this is actually good to do. I can say that I shortly tried to get the one to the right here, but you barely get an angle to get a bounce from this wall. Okay, I actually didn't even want to bounce away. I wanted to do the same that you do in the last turn, being basically stuck on the wall or hug this wall all the time. But yeah, Corny is doing this and then he taps the brake like 3-4 times, gets good exit, but the line like looks really bad for this upcoming corner, but somehow he just does this again. And again he does the brake taps. Bomb, he's ahead again. That's crazy. Let's have a look from Techie's perspective, because Techie doesn't do this one bounce at least. Actually, he also doesn't do this bounce. He does this hugging that I tried. Yeah, otherwise Techie's record looks really normal. It's just Corny who is completely crazy with his run. Crazy that Corny manages to stay inside. Okay. We are going into the new week. Formula E collaboration. Turtled again with the first place. Granadi in second. Oh. I know Granadi said that he got it after 4 minutes. So my goal is to beat Granadi in 3 minutes. I think that will be hard. So. Also, this is full speed, that's obvious. Then this. But what is the last turn? Is the last turn drift? Or is it full speed? That's the thing to figure out. I would say full speed. Yeah, this map is pretty simple. Now it's all about how you get into this downhill, and otherwise how tight you are driving the corners. It was a bit wide. Yeah, the only question is literally the last turn. But I don't think that you want to break that. I think a drift would cost you too much. Not sure if it's good to hit that penalty on the inside to get a tighter line, or if it just slows you down too much. That's not good enough, because you want to have a very clean landing there. And I doubt that there will be any cuts or tricks here. Ah, the 5000. Okay, I tried it because I had not the angle to make this corner otherwise, but their drift seems slow. And I can definitely rule that out now, I'm pretty sure. I don't really get the perfect combination of lines. Can you explain the CP bug? I mean, maps are usually not getting updated. So, most likely, yes. It's really difficult to get it absolutely clean. jumping the downhill by so much. Okay. You kinda want to have that sub, right? There's of course a limit here again. How inside you can take that. The last one is really the difficulty. How do you approach it? How inside do you go? What record holder is turtled. Oh my god, that landing. Yeah, that gained a lot. Holy moly. Oh, I want to go to the far right here. Maybe not far right, but a bit right. This is so annoying with that ghost. What is this flickering also at the start? The ghost is flickering, but also other things are flickering here. Yeah, the drift marks and so on. Do you see that? That's really annoying. Everything is flickering on this map. I don't know why. Ah, I've never seen that on these rocks though. Does that also, like, no? Look at this here. What is this? Is this also related to the vista? Because that looks really strange here. All about that landing. Want to keep a lot of momentum from that landing and stay mega inside. Don't make it around. jumping the downhill. You want to stay really inside, and the thing is that you want to land early in the downhill, which you could of course always achieve by just jumping more diagonal, but if you jump diagonal then you have a very bad angle for the last turn. So you kinda want to land far here to have an easy turn for the last turn, to have a good angle for it, and still land early in the downhill. But that you shouldn't be too fast. You shouldn't take this here too outside. You should stay rather inside. And now, for example, got too much speed. I went too outside in that corner. Then there is just nothing I can do. Like, to not overjump the downhill, I would need to go super diagonal. Then I have absolutely no angle for the ending. I don't think that you want to release for the downhill. That would surprise me. And this goes into the correct direction. Yeah, 100 behind, and it was not perfect how I got the last turn, but this was the line. Five thousands. Was like I might have overjumped slightly in the downhill. Oh my god, did that work? A bad line, I have to release a bit. Wow, 8,000. That's not good enough. Touching the grass. But anyone is able to actually get a world record on a map like this. There's not much to do, you just have to hit the three corners very inside. Plus have an early landing on the jump. Ah, rip. That was definitely a PB, but I think I messed up the last turn. My PB on team in FA01. I believe it's a .01, and it was world record when I drove it. But it is 18 years ago that I did that time, so without any speed slides, because I had no idea about speed sliding there. Oh, I didn't hit the inside. Shall we look Duisburg ranking? Yeah, let's go to the next one. North Rhine-Westphalia. 7th place. As I can see how Granadi gets here a good run within 4 minutes. Because the map, you understand immediately what you have to do. It is just about hitting this. But it's still crazy. The map gives you the possibility to get a run very quick as well. It's obviously still crazy that Granadi gets it that early. So what is this? 500s? I was like, oh, I'm first! But yeah, of course, North Rhine-Westphalia. I'm first in North Rhine-Westphalia, I'm second in Germany, I'm 33rd in Europe, and 52nd in the world. I take that. Let's go next. Huh? What's this? Where's the drift? Yeah, have to start it later. Was almost good, but I chickened out in the end. I wonder if it's possible to skip a slow-mo just by random, because checkpoint and slow-mo are at the same spot. Do you know if that bug happens here, can happen here? Can you randomly not get a slow-mo? Here I can see a CP bug. Because you were speaking about the CP bug. Was that really about map 1? Here I can see the CP bug. And that gives you a world record. Also, a very good time. The thing is, there were already examples where multiple gates are close to each other or certain gates are actually placed in the checkpoints. And when there are two things at the same time, then sometimes Trackmania is not registering everything. But I remember that other track that I think about right now, the problem was that the CP didn't trigger. So you drove a really good run and you thought, ha, I have it, but then you were missing a CP. The CP didn't trigger because a different gate was actually in that CP. But the question is on this map here, if also the other way works, that you actually get the CP but you don't get the slow-mo effect. And if you don't get the slow-mo effect on one of those two parts, well, then you are fast, obviously. You have to then quickly react because you will not be expecting it. So you have to react very quickly, but I mean, it will be far in front. The lead will be crazy. Imagine you get that twice and you don't get slow-mo. But this is shit to hunt, especially when you think that this is a special week with that collaboration and there are actually prizes for the winners. And imagine the winner here is just literally having a bug that makes him gain. That's stupid, but when I look at the leaderboard, I see Peck and Carl Jr. in first and second, and that makes me think they probably didn't have that bug. I guess they were just driving good lines. Oh. Damn it. I wonder if Peck and Carl Jr. made some jokes with the slow-mos. And they said something, oh no, now we're first and second. That people surely expect now that we are actually used to driving in slow-mo as well. Very suspicious. Okay, I didn't know what I just flipped. Oh! Yeah, it sticks a bit out. Oh damn. That would have been a fast try, a fast run. Takes of course a short moment to get used to the slow-mo here. But once you have it, then yeah. Upsala. Rip. Hallo Grosu. It's 13:37. What a time to be alive. I have to quickly write something in Discord. Did that cup actually happen yesterday? From that one guy with a new website? Or did that cup not happen? Because it was supposed to be at 20 o'clock, but I didn't see any results, so... Yeah, Slop Focus, it was a very, very tight match on Snow. But Neek was gaming, as hoped and expected. He was doing very well. So I had to just make sure to, whenever an opponent crashes, I had to make sure to just save the third place in. So that we very efficiently take all the easy points. You know, it's a perfect combination in a 2v2 when I play together with some player that is completely dominating. That's often a very good combination, because I then don't throw the safe wins away. But I did not play super good, like I had done myself also some crashes. The opponents were fast, and there were of course rounds where they both didn't crash, where I had to risk to maybe beat them on pace. And that made me crashing then a few times. But whenever they crashed early, I just drove it home, and then it was Neek's yeah, goal to take first, which also didn't happen all the time. We had many draws. Either that I was last and Neek was first, or he was second, I was third. We had many draws. But when we won Snow, the rest was really easy. Like on Rally, we were so dominant on that map. Like with all players, we were dominant. Not just, also Alexi was of course mega strong, but also all others of us were good. Like even without Alexi, we would have won both Rally 4v4s, I'm pretty sure. Of course, much tighter then, but we still would have won. But with Alexi, it's like pure domination. And Desert, yeah, they went no train into Desert. Also even less trained than our lineup Theoria. They were literally not knowing the track. -12. I really would like to know what position that is. That run felt so good. That run felt so good. That would have been so nice to get through. I'm actually surprised it was only minus 12. I could have seen a much stronger improvement as well. Oh, minus 12. Ha! Now we know what it is, and it is 32nd. How did Cup of the Morning go? I won. I actually won. Can you believe it? Is it possible to win in 1v1s? Yes, it is. Oh my god, what is this? Ach hey. Well, wait, where is my... Ach, there's my car. Oh my god. We cannot use Cam 7 on this? Oh no. I would have loved to use camera 7. So this is also a wall. Is this the only finish, guys? We have a ramp here. We can literally just drive over this. That's interesting. So from here we see a lot. But I want to see if there's also a finish here somewhere. No. I mean, here is nothing. I mean, why would we ever go so far to the side here? Would not make sense. So we can either come from here. Or we come somewhere from here. Where we would use that ramp. Also this here looks pretty good, because you have here a straight line, then you have to do this chicane, and then you take this ramp and you cut to the finish. Looks pretty good to me. Where else do we have ramps? We have that ramp there. Here you could basically just go straight. You enter here and it is a pretty straight line to that ramp, theoretically. But then the question is, what do you do with that? Because you could take the ramp and you could with speed also overjump this where I got stuck, but then you're stuck here, so I'm not really sure if that's nice. And then the only question is, if I would like to get here, do I do this over this zigzag here, or do I do this over this line? And then here I would even use the ramp slide. The ramp could be actually annoying even, I don't know. Is this plastic, by the way? Is it the balls? No, I'm not really bouncing away from them. Tja. Neo slide hull? It's fully plastic here. Surface is fully plastic. Wait. I don't have the AT. This guy is also going here. Ah, he went there. And I want to compare that actually. He is already a bit hard. And I had it also pretty shit. Wait, what is this? Okay. Look just strange. Yeah, this is the other way. He's a bit behind. Huh? What gave him more speed? I don't know. Yeah, these are the two options, kind of. But I will also test out once the other line. Where I would go here. And then I make here some zigzag. Yeah, it has also potential. And with that ramp I'm even ahead. And I can also go this way, but that's not necessarily better. Yeah, now we go this way again. I lost the gear. It's a back and forth between the two lines, guys. This is a bigger improvement. It would be interesting to see running stats of Sunday Cup of the Day's best players after your second place and great finishes. You would surely be high up. Yeah, definitely. I mean, Granadi would be on top, obviously. It's so stupid that I just didn't take the win, because in the end, on Trackmania IO there are just numbers, you know, about how often did someone win Cup of the Day. And it is very difficult to get that number up. And you have such a chance, and I mean, I was clearly better. It was just that in the final I was not driving the same as I did in every single knockout round before. I was again driving my worst run in the final round. Every decision was wrong. When I decide to risk once, then it's obviously the wrong decision because he would have crashed anyway, but how could I know? But the fact that I even had to risk to have a chance to overtake him, that was the stupid thing. That was only because I again made some weird stuff in the beginning. Oh, I actually improved with this way. I was just close to give up on that route. Also, I have gotten it myself already. So it's not like that I missed the only opportunity to do that. I have gotten it myself already. I even got a quadruple with world record as well. But yeah, there are overall around 10 players that got a triple. It's not easy to figure it out perfectly, but on Trackmania.io you have the chance to search for streaks. You have to include reruns in the streaks, and then you will see many people with streaks of 3 or more. But some of these streaks are of course not necessarily a streak on one single day. Sometimes it's like 3 cup of the days in a row or something. But you see definitely some players, and a big amount of them actually have gotten a streak on one single day or one single track rather. Yeah, no, Scrappy is now one of these examples where you will see a high streak, but he doesn't play the reruns. I don't think that Scrappy ever won 3 knockouts on the same map. He never attempted. Also Down never attempted it. He never played Cup of the Morning. There are of course some players that definitely would be able to make it. Hendo has a 10 streak. And it included also a hat trick on one track. Mata got it as well. Lingo got it. The last one was Heath. Then even Rask, the Belgian player Rask, was getting it once. Lars was getting it. Then the first one to do it was S-Side. And as you mentioned, Hendo. And I think Muri maybe is... Muri... not sure with Muri. But I had also someone else in mind. I think Josh did it on a full speed map. And maybe even an ice player. What was your first track of the day? What style? Wasn't it that bobsleigh map? Yeah, then I remember. 283rd with that. I think that this route here is faster than the other route. And now it's all about this jump here. The jump and the landing. You guys can backseat now a little bit. I decided on that line. Is it the correct line? Not correct. Okay, you guys can backseat. What is the correct line? Ouch! Also literally what I just tried. What? Literally what I just tried, where I go here. And then actually this ramp. I was not sure if this angle is good for that ramp. This spot without 4 crashes. Ach so, I can crash into this ramp. Yeah, then I think that this route only makes sense because of whatever you tried to tell me there with that crash. But only that makes it faster, I guess. Also, I have to just drive against the ramp here and need to get my left tire stuck. Like something like this. It's really difficult to aim. I would love to respawn that. And see if I get it. Is that full speed? Full speed against the ramp? Oh shit. Here's no finish, right? Yeah, it was also part of the Trackmania Awards, that handle streak. Or I don't know, this here looks tough. Oh. I only had to say it looks tough and then I get it. Sadly, a tiny bit slow still. Man, so close. Now I can definitely improve with this. Especially as this was a bad run where I lost the gear. Shit. Ah. What was that? Well, it is a PB. It just hopped. It just hopped. Ugh. I think I keep my time. Make some last attempts here. You really have to hit that side of the ramp. Without it, it won't work, I'm sure. No, but apparently I was not hitting the side, even though it looked like I could. But that was a good attempt. I mean, I'm pretty good in driving with a camera like this. Yeah, that's my PB here. That was a pretty good start, I would say. I guess the ending can still be improved. Interesting. So, speed map. The last Formula E week it was not really great in speed map. is this? What are we driving on there? Huh? The question is, do I want to make wall touches or not? This is actually not plastic. True, this is wood here. Wait, true, this is also wood. It looked like ice. Like here, it looks much brighter. But no, when you're on it, I'm not getting any wet or ice. I was so sure it's gonna be ice or something. Is wood just so slippy when it is so steep? Why do I hear my ghost all the time getting some boosters? But there aren't any boosters, but I hear the sound effect all the time. I'm so confused. I mean, you see it all. Yeah, there are boosters, but where are they? Ah, this is a booster! Ah! How did I not see that? I have no idea what's happening on this. So you have to go there. Oh. Wait, there was another one. Oh, it's difficult to hit. That was so inside. But I guess I have to get that booster in the start, because it's in the start, it's very important. Yeah, oh! Yeah, I have to get that booster in the start, guys. I lost quite a bit. Yeah, how would I know that boosters are looking like that? Like these platforms here, they have like all the time some stuff like sponsors, logos or whatever on the bottom. So I did not really look at that, because boosters we usually have as a big fat block or as a gate, but not like that. So, my run was good. Where the heck do I improve that? Where do I improve this? I know that there is another one, but I wasn't really able to get there. But maybe I should try. And I know that here is some gate, but I was touching it earlier and that was not good at all. There is a booster, but it's like never ever. Never ever that is good. Oh, viewer blind. Could be that I have to take that. Yeah, that's maybe the one thing that I could still try. Again, as I tried it in the very start, but it felt bad. Where would you plastic bounce? There? How about I take this? Take this reactor boost. And then I zoop! And yeah. I don't know. At the moment I think it's not good. People are close together. That was a 200 improvement and I made 200 positions with it. And I was a bit behind my previous PB. It. I can do it like this, but I am losing time a little bit. Not much, I mean, it was plus 15 in the finish and I was doing it because I was already behind. So... now I'm plus 8. Plus 8. Yeah, but this is plus 30, I don't know. How would the plastic bounce look like? don't think, like, it's really annoying to try with blasting bounce. It's never really good. I would like to have the start of my older PB, which was quite ahead of that current PB. When I'm behind like this, then I can just try some shenanigans. Yeah, that was actually a good try. Even though the ending was pretty okay in my PB, I think I can still improve it without plastic bounce as well. Yeah, but wasn't this current PB far behind? Behind another one? Like, what am I doing wrong in the start now? I think that this PB is very beatable here in the start. At the moment I cannot do it. I'm always losing even more. Yeah, look how inside. Oh, yeah. That was a nice inside line. Holy moly. I don't think that you can go much more inside than that. Yeah, I think it is a little bit better than plastic bounce if you hit it that well. Yeah. So Dacha, what do you say? You have 40th place without that one extra boost. Do you plastic bounce? The only thing that I'm missing is a good start. You did one your old PP. Interesting. What am I doing wrong in the start? This is what I don't understand. I think that I have to do these booster tricks that we saw in that one. So yeah, now I'm getting a bit more speed there. Like, that PB was behind that run that it drove against. And that run that it drove against was also behind an earlier PB. So if I would combine my earlier start that I did many minutes ago, and combine it with the ending of that PB, then I think it's very fast. I mean, the question is, of course, what is booster? Is the blue also booster? Yeah, it is. Also I cannot get that start anymore. It's really annoying. Because I'm pretty sure that I have a lot of potential here. I see what you're trying to say. You try to say I shall enter it more here in the middle. It makes this keeping grip thing quite difficult. But I also do have the feeling that I get more boost, but I cannot really keep the grip. Schade. Also, I don't think that you can go for that. Can you even touch it? That's the thing. No, never. This is not. The ending in my PB was amazing. I have the feeling with just such a small lead, it's very difficult to keep it. But the line in the first boost is actually important, yeah. Yeah, that's what I would say for. It's always either too early or too late. Now I wonder that finish, because it looked as if I was behind, but the right side is further up than the left side. You see, I was actually in my PB now. I was aiming for here, but I should have gone straight. Oh my god. What a stupid time loss that is. I'm not completely sure if it's really best to finish far left. The finish is higher there, but you have to, of course, turn to get there. Unless you exited actually already on the far left. Okay, this will make a difference. Scheiße. Yeah, this will easily improve. I understand it now. That was my mistake. Because when we had that perfect comparison, yeah, with the previous PB and how I improved by 8,000 to the PB before, and it was so strange. Oh wow, it was so strange because I looked to be behind, but I was slightly further left and won. Yeah, I was not going extremely far to the left still. Just like, because I thought I have to steal too much to get there. Shit. I mean, this crash was in this checkpoint, so yeah. Oh, we have a hydrate. But yeah, I think this world record is doable. But it's still a bit random for me with the start. Sometimes I have better starts, sometimes slower. Okay, also I have to still oversteer this overall better. I try to just smooth steer because I want to exit in the far left anyway, but that's not good enough. Na toll, ein Equal. I mean, I have a good run. I can go next, I think. Let's do one more good attempt, one more good start. That's mean. One more good start and then I get this. Ah, okay. Let's go next. Oh, it's Redwood. Okay. Not a map for me. It's also not really loyal, right? It's not really a loyal map. It's just a style that you don't drive that often. I just wanted to say, surely 2222 has the record, but now Dara has that. But 2222 is there. Like whenever there's Redwood, 2222 will be in the top records. Upsala. Yeah, it's not really a LoL map. It's literally a skill map. But a skill in something that I cannot do well. I don't know. I guess Dara, you are very motivated in this week to win. So you have good times on all the maps. Very important this last turn. Some turns are actually easy to learn. They are just about timing. When do you steer in? Because there are hairpins, it's rather easy. Cannot do much wrong, but the first two corners that are a little bit wider, those are difficult. Yeah, I was wondering if you have strats here, because there is reactor. But whenever there's reactor, who knows? It's of course not just redwood, it's redwood with reactor boost. New good job, Tani, for reaching the final. Being in the final against me is usually a high chance to win. Sorry that I actually didn't fuck up again, it's actually unfair. But the others were allowed to get wins and you didn't. Sorry for that. Yeah, I was very nervous again. In that final. In every final. You might have seen what happened in Cup of the Day yesterday. I didn't think about it with more wet wheels. What do I have? 44? When I go a bit diagonal, when I go straight, I have 44. I hate that, that's so blind this S-turn. Finally, 210th. 215th. I mean, I'm actually also feeling this map, surprisingly. I'm not really good in Redwood. But I have a feeling for most of the corners. My start was not great in that PB. The start that I had in the run before that PB run, that was better. Like, surely a 10th I had. And another 10th on that time would surely go close to top 100. Ah, I didn't hit it. Damn it. The first two turns were basically exactly how I wished them to be. But it's still very difficult to hit the third turn. Ah, what? Shit, that was such a good angle. Good lead and good angle for the corner. I'm very surprised I got too inside. Ah, that was bad. I don't know if camera 1 is really great for this bankness of these first two corners. You can basically just guess. You use cam 1? Naja, I mean you can guess very well. So. I just think that camera 2 could be more precise, like more easy. But I haven't tried, I also don't want to try, I don't even have it binded on my gamepad, the camera. I don't really like camera 2. I rather play in Micro Machine camera than in camera 2. It would be nice to get one more improvement, because you see that if I get the first two turns very clean, I'm far in front of that ghost. But my ghost had a very good ending, like the right and the left turn and also the finish, that was all decent. It's just not easy to get a run through where everything works. Ah, I hit it. I have 47%. Lara said, is it not worth it to do this? I mean, I lose time, of course, that's always the thing. But what I did is basically I just release. So I don't take the full boost. Oh, this was already enough to also get 47, huh? That was only a mini release, wait. Sorry, Dara, if I just show off threads that you found. mini release in the start. Accelerate like not at 0 but at 0.01, and I have 3% more wet beats. I'm just slightly behind, but I have 3% more. In theory that should be better. Now it's 44. That's super strange though. Why does such a mini release already change it? And then also always 3%. I never got 45 or 46. You say less wet wheels gains? I mean, I haven't really noticed any big difference with more wet wheels. But I would actually have better turns, but I did improve my PP. And I actually gained it at the end. Wait, I touched the wall and it was fine. But that new PP was also not strong in the first turn, I would say. Plus I'm of course releasing in the start right now. But the 10th is of course still crazy much. I do not see how to do that. That was good. Action key? Oh. Well, I'm not using action keys in this. Especially snapping out of slides into an action key. That is so difficult to time with gamepad, I think. I think that's way too quick and way too much for me. But I guess you're used to it from Rise and Dice and Mice and... all this Scheiß. Mr. Streamer. Same streamer that drove 82nd now. With a 69. I take this. Here I still didn't really hit this corner. And due to that also not really this corner. And it was still better than in other runs. It's not really easy to hit them visually perfectly. Well, I also won Cup of the Night Healy. So it is 2 in a row. Could have been the triple though on that map. Plus, just to show, I am second with just 100 behind the world record. Weekly Grand, guys. Let's also discover this. Bei Nitralis. A very slow map for once. Interesting. Oof. But again, we have a weekly grand map with tons of penalty servers. It's really annoying how often we have that. Now, because if a ghost is at the wrong spot for you, with all the penalty, it costs then much more time than it needs to do. I'm not sure if that's good. I thought I'd try this, but I don't really think. This goes, for example, completely ruins this penalty section now. Crossroad will be fun. My first lap was incredible. But sadly I couldn't keep that up. Maybe I'll just go there. Heavy Ghost is going to the left so far. Yeah, this is faster. Sadly, this Ghost was so slow. I'm still 6/10 ahead of my PB. Oops. Oh God, he was standing there. So slow. The annoying thing is I cannot make this jump then. Oh, go away. Man, how far left do I have to go? Oh! Nein! Oh, triple overtake. Wow. Crazy. Last lap. Some ghosts want me to die. Oh. I mean, the last map that had a crossover I got world record on. So it's not that bad. Could work out. But in the first lap I can actually try to stay inside. In my first attempt, I had it so crazy good. I was going here, and then I was somehow nailing this full speed here. Yeah, this was not as fast now, especially, well, it's annoying. In theory, it should always be better to go here and then full speed through this. will gain a lot now in the first laps in this part here. Look at it, 3.7, 7.1. And I didn't crash in the other run. It's literally just the penalty, the effect of that penalty, and the excessive use of it. It's nice that these ghosts are never in the way on that line. So from 8 to 11.8. It's so stupid. That ghost was massively in the way. Do we want another one? 15.8. 22. And 2.7. Okay, now it was only 9/10 because this was, I guess, the part where I learned about that line. Ja. So, 22.9. And I lost 7/10 and now I lose more because everything is in the way. Oh, I have no car in this corner for once. This penalty, it always is different how much it slows me down, I feel like. Slightly slower again. Lap 8. We're currently in. There was no car in this landing. They will be again. Oh, will they be in the way? No. They will not. Oh, scheiße. I still jumped. But it's very helpful that before this very important section here, the ghosts are actually not intervening with my line there. I can always go there and there's never a ghost in the way, that's at least something. One more lap. Yeah, just in this bank turn before they are in the way. Oh, jeez. Of course he landed and then steered. Still ninth. I can do one more try. The last lap was really... I think I lost already a lot of time here anyway. I should actually jump to the left in the first lap. I mean, maybe in every lap. Toto again hunting. Don't make it. I could have actually made it in front of the ghost easily and take much more speed through the corner. If you're on the map, that's then helpful to know with that ghost. Nice. Who is JP? Okay, I saw a clip in Kanati's Red Bull Faster clip reaction where someone had a dance mat. Well, it was actually already done at a LAN event by Serrator many years ago. They already played with a dance mat. Was it even Carl Jr. doing that? I think so. scheiße, that was actually so fast. Yeah, I think Ryudo played a cup of the day on bongos or something. I played a cup of the day once with a wheel. With a wheel, can you believe? Gwen once got a campaign world record with a mouse. But it's not the same way as Boss Best uses the mouse. But when it was literally just a keyboard. Hardest to master among the main three. Yeah, depends always on the car. I think that wheel takes the longest time. Like, I also thought if I should maybe completely switch to wheel. Same reasoning as Mother. Yeah, that it is more chill. Also my shaky fingers and so on in finals would maybe be less of an issue with a steering wheel. But there's one thing that hinders me in Stadium to completely switch to wheel. And that is the lack of Neo slides. Because my confidence in tech comes definitely from being able to always get a drift. And if I would try for the steering wheel, this would completely vanish. I would never be confident anymore in tech. I don't know. In theory, wheel should be not great for a normal stadium. Only Granati is making that work, and Missy. And Mother. But yeah, it takes some time to get used to it. I think I would be affected by not being able to Neo slide. Because I'm just used in drifting. I'm just used to Neo sliding. I do it every time. Okay, last attempt now. Let's make it count. unlucky.